Okay, let's be real for a second. Have you ever just wished you could snap your fingers and have a delicious home-cooked meal ready and waiting? Well, in today's kitchen, we're getting closer to that than ever before. So let's dive into the world of high-tech kitchen gadgets and the promise they hold for truly effortless cooking.
The source material for this whole explainer gave us this one fascinating line that it stopped me in my tracks. It was, kitchen gadgets that make cooking too easy. Now, too easy. What in the world does that even mean? Is it actually possible for preparing our food to be overly simple?
And that really gets to the absolute heart of the issue, right? When we see a gadget that promises to make cooking too easy, are we looking at a promise of a better, more convenient, less stressful life? Or is it a warning, a sign that maybe we're about to lose something really important along the way? Let's try and figure it out.
So first, let's talk about the dream. You know the one I'm talking about. The one we see in commercials, all over social media, that sleek, modern, automated kitchen where everything is just simple, clean, and absolutely perfect.
I mean, just think about it for a second. A world with zero culinary stress. You're not worrying if the chicken is cooked through or if you burned the rice again. Nope. Just perfect risotto, flawless bread, complex sauces, all of it done with the push of a button. It's an incredibly seductive idea.
Okay, so let's get into this. Why are we so obsessed with these things? What is the real appeal of the air fryer, the smart oven, the all-in-one blender, chopper, cooker thingamajig? It goes way deeper than just wanting cool new toys. Well, for starters, it's about real, tangible benefits. These gadgets save us our most precious resource, time. They give us consistent, reliable results, which means we're not throwing away as much food from kitchen mistakes. They make really difficult techniques like sous vide or getting the perfect bread proof totally accessible to a regular home cook, and come on, let's be honest, using a cool new gadget is just plain fun.
All right, but now we have to pump the brakes a little. We've talked about why we love them, but we have to circle back to that nagging question from the beginning. Can we actually take this too far? Can cooking become too easy?
And this, right here, is the central conflict. When we automate every single step, when we take out all the manual work, all the possibility of error, and all the effort, what's left? What have we really accomplished? And maybe more importantly, what have we lost?
So let's explore that other side of the coin. Because if there's a big upside to all this automation, there's got to be a potential downside, a cost that comes with all this incredible convenience.
And this right here illustrates the difference perfectly. On one hand, you've got this multi-sensory process, right? The feel of the knife, the amazing smell of onions sautéing, the sight of a sauce slowly thickening, and on the other hand, you have a streamlined, super efficient task. One is a process, the other is a function.
And that's where we get to what we could potentially lose. I mean, if a machine always chops for you, do you ever really learn proper knife skills? If you're just dumping ingredients into a gadget, do you lose that connection to the food itself? You miss out on the creativity, the little adjustments, and that incredible satisfaction you get from nailing a recipe through your own skill and intuition.
But wait, hold on. It's not that simple. Let's flip this around again and look at the powerful counterargument. Because what one person calls a loss of skill, another person might call a gain in accessibility.
Now look at this, because this slide really frames the whole debate perfectly. It's a balance sheet of trade-offs. For every potential loss, there's a very real gain. Yeah, you might trade some hands-on skill, but you gain accessibility. You might trade the art of cooking for the reliability that lets you feed your family a healthy meal on a busy weeknight.
So here's the crucial question. Who really benefits when cooking is easy? Well, think about busy parents. A friend of mine just had a baby. He loves to cook, but there's just no way he has time to finally chop all the vegetables for a stew anymore. For him, a food processor isn't a crutch. It's the tool that lets him cook at all instead of ordering takeout. It's for new cooks who are just building their confidence. And it is an absolute game changer for people with physical limitations like arthritis that make chopping painful or even impossible. This isn't about being lazy, it's about empowerment.
So, where does all of this leave us? We've got two really strong, really valid arguments. The key then probably isn't to pick a side, to be, pro-gadget or anti-gadget, but to find a middle ground, to find a balance that actually works for you.
And maybe we can call this idea culinary balance. It's about being intentional. It means using that fancy food processor to save you 20 minutes on a Tuesday night, but maybe still choosing to chop everything by hand for a relaxing Sunday dinner. It's about using technology as a helpful assistant in your kitchen, not as the chef itself.
So we'll end by turning the question back to you. When you think about your own life, your own kitchen, What does effortless really mean to you? Is it about removing all the work? Or is it about removing the stress, the barriers, and the wasted time so you can focus on the parts of cooking you truly love? The right answer is whatever lets you eat well and feel good doing it. Thanks for joining me.